Right, welcome back everybody. Here we are again with another video. We're on the Vauxhall Vivaro again. As you remember from the last video, we put a new set of alloy wheels and tyres on this van and it just transformed the look of it and it looks a lot better. So what we've bought today is a set of sidebars that run along the side, like a side step sort of thing, but these are just the solid bars, and again these are from Van Style that supplied me with the wheels and tyres as well. I've actually gone ahead and stuck the bar on the other side just so I'm familiar with what I'm doing on this side, so we can show you how to fit them and what the process is. Right, so as you can see I've got the bar there. It's still in the bubble wrap, just laying down there, so it shouldn't get damaged on the gravel there. Everything was well packaged on these bars. I've got the brackets laid out along the floor here. So we've got the rear bracket here, which is a bit like a Y-shaped bracket, they call that in the fitting guide. And then you get two of these brackets. You get one of them for the middle, and coming along here you get one for the front. And I'll tell you now, them L brackets, the middle and the front one, they're just a pair put in a bag, and the bags ain't marked up or nothing. They're just in a green bag. It doesn't say left passenger side or right driver's side, or one bag contains one front, one bag contains one back. So on the other side I did actually put a couple of brackets on, and one was the wrong side because I just took it for granted that one bag would be the passenger side and one bag would be the driver's side, even though it said nothing on the bag. So vice versa, that would have been a little bit nice there if them L brackets were clearly marked up with a LR for left front or the RR for rear right, just something along them lines. So that did add a little bit of time onto the fitting. That's maybe something that can get addressed from Van Style if they see this. We've got the set of instructions here. So as you can see, Van Style there, they do polished or black stainless steel sidebars. And as you can see, mine's the long wheelbase, so you've got the LWB there. Fitting instructions, they're not too bad. They're not the best, but they are manageable. As you can see there, it just says there you've got two brackets that are obviously the bolt holes facing to the left, and you've got two brackets facing to the right. So there is obviously two different sets in there, but as I say, in the bag it doesn't identify if that one goes on the front or if it goes on the rear, it goes on the left or the right. So it is a bit of guesswork. So I will show you once we've finished which way the brackets go on, because obviously I've worked it out now. So they're not too bad, the instructions. Just take note to which way the brackets go on, because I was following these instructions, but this set of instructions is for the driver's side, so I was following them and I done it for the passenger side, and I think that's where I got mixed up along the lines, because it doesn't just say which side they're showing you in the picture here. So it was the middle bracket that I got mixed up on. The front L bracket, as you can see, the back plate actually goes just behind the front wheel, so I worked that one out alright. But on the middle one, this picture here where it shows the back of it and next to the plate is for the driver's side diagram. I was doing the passenger side, so that's what threw me out a little bit. So when I put it on, it didn't all marry up, so just bear in mind, maybe try and do the driver's side first. So you do get all the fixing bolts and the fixing screws. Everything's there you need to. It's pretty straightforward. One thing I will mention is the bolts that they do give you that hold the sidebar on to the brackets, not the ones that actually fix the brackets to the vehicle, the ones that actually mount the bracket to the sidebar. They're not the best bolts in the world. I've had two of them break on me, and I mean, I'm not swinging on them over tight, and I know how tight to do a bolt. Basically I've done a load of nuts and bolts up in my time, so yeah, that's just something to bear in mind. So I've had to get two replacements out of the shed, and I probably will in the long run replace the rest of them as well. I say, so they're probably cheap bolts at the end of the day. They're not the best quality. I say the fitting ones are, but to fix the bar to the brackets, they're not the best. I say I've had two break on me, and I wasn't even swinging on them. That was breaking them with a spanner as well. So we're going to go ahead now and have a look under the van and see what the first steps are. Right, so you have to bear with me with the light under here, but coming under the van, so just behind, that's the front wheel there. And if you can see in the chassis, there's a little bung there, so you just pop them out. It just pops up, and your bracket goes on there. Oh, on the instructions it said just put your bracket in, and I was a bit concerned about leaving this open for the elements, but because the bracket is the plate on the bracket is really wide, it actually does cover the whole hole. So that was just a little concern I had just when I was reading the instructions, but the bracket does actually cover that whole hole. So that's the first one there. And then what you actually get is you get this little, they call this the T piece. So that just slots in there. You don't want to try and drop it into the chassis. So you just pop that there. And then what you get is this little plastic bit, and you just push that over the bolt, and that holds the bolt there, so stop it falling in there, so that won't fall in the chassis. That's quite a good little thing, that. And then you get your bracket, and the way I've done my measuring, I've let all of them literally sit at the top, so that's how I'm getting my level. And then you get your big flat washer, then you get a spring washer supplied, and then you get your 17mm. So as I say, that's just a 17mm. So get your ratchet, just tighten that up. So I haven't got a tripod with me at the minute. Well, I have, but it won't fit under the vehicle, it's too tall, so you might have to just bear with me while I just line this up straight and make sure it's covering that gap in the seal, and I'll come back to you. Right there folks, there's something else to mention. On the other side, this side's not so bad, but where this wire bracket comes up, you can see where the bolt holes line up just there and there. But on the other side, where the van had been undersealed, the holes were a lot smaller, so you couldn't actually come in with the bolt. But these ones I've just checked, and they fit perfectly through there, as you can see on both of them there as well. But what I had to do is I did have to just drill them out a little bit. All it was undersealed that I drilled out. I didn't take any metal off of the vehicle. I say it was just undersealed. I didn't want to just tap it with a hammer because I didn't know if it was metal or not, and I didn't want to damage the threads. So you can just wind it out with a little drill bit there. And again, that's what you do. You just put your two bolts in. And the reason I'm going this way, doing the front and the rear first, is because then I can lay the bar next to the van, and just to make sure where the middle bracket needs to go, because I say there is too close together, so that'll just be a bit easy doing that. So there's your bracket on now. I need to just take them bolts out again, because you need to put your washer on the back of the bolt, and then a washer on this side, and then you get another spring washer again. So it's washer, bolt in, washer, spring washer, and your nut. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll come back to you. Right then guys, so as you can see, that's all nipped up now, two bolts, and then that comes under the seal, giving us our bracket to connect our sidebar. And coming in here, these were the two brackets, these were the two plugs where the middle bracket goes. Going by the diagram, it should be this one, all being right, because that lines up with the exhaust there. So hopefully it should be this one, hopefully. Right, so folks, it was the middle one that I marked. So what we got there is one rear bracket just behind that crease there. You've got one centre bracket, and then right there you got the third front bracket. So you've got one behind the front wheel, one in the centre, one in the rear there. So what we'll do now is we'll get the bar lined up, and how I done that, I just sat the bar underneath it, and I've got the middle bolt in first to take the weight of it so it didn't pivot on the floor one end. So get them two bolts in first, then move your way along front or back, and then get yourself your final adjustments. It pretty is much as simple as that. It is straightforward enough once you get your head around the instructions. I say they just need to mark them brackets out really a lot better than they are in the book, so that's just something to be aware of there. And yeah, you adjust them how you want them, how far you want them in and all that. There's a lot of play in the plates, so you can have them right under, you can have them right out. Just how you like it against the look of your van. So I'm going to get this one hung up now, and we'll come back to you and take a look at what it looks like. And also one thing to bear in mind, when you are under the van fitting the brackets, obviously I've got sunglasses on, but get yourself some eye protection, because when you are under there tightening them brackets and nuts and bolts up, a lot of road crap does fall down, so just bear that in mind, otherwise you could get some crap in your eyes. I've got plenty of it and on my glasses, and there's a load of it in my hair as well, so just something to be aware of. If you're ever looking up, keep your eyes covered. Right then folks, that is the sidebars on. As you can see, they sit pretty well. They look good against the wheels as well. Front bumper's in the paint shop, so that will be coming off soon. A lot of you keep mentioning about getting the front bumper done. I say it's in the paint shop, so that's the next thing to be done on the van. And Stacey has actually bought me a front lower splitter for it as well, which is in black as well, so it'll match that black thing going around the bottom of the van. But yeah, coming along, the van's starting to look pretty tasty. I'm looking at getting some decal graphics for it. Ones I've seen online. You see that sway line going along the van there, it kicks up like a tick. I've seen some black graphics that follow just underneath that line, that same shape along, and you get 2 stripes up the bonnet as well. So I'm looking at a set of them. I just think it'll finish it off with that day van look. So as you can see, the bars from here, looking down the side of the van, they're all plumb and level. Same as it on this side. All plumb and level down the side. I do really like these Wolf Race wheels. They do set the van off. Again, they're from Van Style, along with them as well. So that's going to be it. That's a little wrap for this video. What I'm going to do now is I've bought myself some alloy wheel locking nuts for these alloys, just to protect myself a little bit more. A lot of people don't like locking nuts, but when you've paid the amount of money for these wheels, you want to protect them as much as you can. So I'm going to go ahead now. You don't need to see me do that, and I'll leave a link down below for the Van Style website. Go check it out. They don't just do Vivaros, they do transporters, they do transit, they do traffic, all the vans scene basically, Monaros, all of them. They do the graphics, the bars, the wheels, styling, interiors, anything you want, just go check them out. And you can actually go down to their store and pick it up as well. You haven't actually just got to buy it offline, so there is the option to go down there and pick it up. So I'm going to leave it here for this little one, and until next time, we'll see you about.